It's Elite POV, coming live to your area on twitch.tv.
Let's fucking go!
We are your number one place for everything in the world of all elite wrestling. And just remember, when you're with us, you'll always be elite.
Yo, it's clear to see when you open up your feed that ain't nobody better than Elite POV. We bring the heat to your screen every week, cause ain't nobody better than Elite POV. So understand every time that we speak that ain't nobody better than Elite POV. Our 3 letters is all you'll ever need, cause ain't nobody better than Elite POV. What's up, everybody, and welcome to Elite POV, where it's podcast time, and you know what that means. I'm one of your hosts, Phil Cataldo, but you can call me Philium, alongside who seems to be the number one star on this show, the draw, Jacky Rodriguez.
What?
What is up?
This is bullshit.
Oh,
They
heel
can
turn.
never let me have
Screw this, I'm outta here.
anything.
Oh, right.
Quit.
That's it. I'm going back to WWE.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
going back to
okay.
my old podcast. Screw this.
Have fun with that.
Have fun talking about the indies.
My quest.
Stop, no.
I
Oh my
ain't Cody
God.
Rhodes. I
All
won't
right.
betray us. Don't worry.
No.
Okay,
you're
okay.
you're stuck with us. Well, what's up, everyone? That's all I'm
Jackie,
gonna say.
did anything happen last night? I don't know, nothing worth talking about, right?
Nothing worth conversing about on this podcast today. So yeah, nothing that this FTR shirt doesn't
Stop shaking your
represent
boobs,
or
Jackie.
anything.
Do that again.
God.
Wait, can I see that? What shirt? What shirt was that again?
Jackie,
This
you're
one?
shaking her boobs
This-
on.
You ever see blood?
This
I
one?
wonder why this
romantic.
episode got so many views this week.
That's like me going, guys, look at my Manscaped. Wait, this side. Look at my Manscaped shirt. Look at my Manscaped shirt.
Did you ever see Blended though? When he's like, "How romantic," and she shakes her tits.
Oh my God.
Oh my god! Wow!
Wow. And that man who's wowing over there, the microphone entertainer, the man with a back as bad as Dax Harwood,
Oh,
And Darby in the
Anthony
future.
DiStefano.
yeah, my
What is
back's
up?
fucked up. My back's fucked up. I wasn't even gonna do the show, but then I don't take days off.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
at least it
Darby Allin.
wasn't
You'll just throw yourself down
your
another flight of stairs.
I took a little nap this morning, and then I'm going to do the show, and I'm going to take my muscle relaxer, and then I'll wake up tomorrow and go back to work because
At least it didn't hurt.
Because the grind don't stop.
the grind don't stop, because the Mamba mentality. which
Just
I
promise
live
me
by.
something before you take your muscle relaxer and it kicks in and it makes the pain go away. You look at yourself in the mirror and you go,
It was, that muscle relaxer might have been a pill to you, but to me, it was my hero.
What the hell?
It's my hero.
man. Speaking of pills, Gemini Love, that's my hero. All right. And if you
I
guys
swear
don't
to
get
God-
this reference, you need to watch AWF this weekend in your house.
I thought you were going, speaking of pills, Kyle Masters over here. I'm like, wait a minute.
No.
used to take pills when men were men.
Yeah.
I used to roll face in the ring.
That's what Pops the Boys does. And the other voice you hear, the one who thought I was going to say he was taking pills. I would never say such a thing, Kyle.
I don't
Never,
know.
ever.
It looked like that's where you were going.
The Canadian Prince, Kyle Masters, a.k.a. the sad boy this week, because his guy, Sean Spears,
Don't want to talk about it.
took
We're not
an L.
talking about it tonight.
Took an L
No.
to the captain. All right?
That's just not his boy. That's his hero.
You know, guys, I get really emotional when talking about Sean Spears.
Y'all are ruthless.
Yeah, you know what? That's what happens when you betray the number one company in the world, Elite POV.
It's all
Yeah.
apropos.
Specifically us. Easy for you to say.
Such an
all right?
apropos
Fuck.
thing to do.
It was such an apropos thing to do.
Listen, my son, I didn't say he was perfect, baby. He's got a couple of screws loose in the head.
If this is your first time listening,
We were plumbers,
right?
not builders.
All right. We do this show every Thursday live on twitch.tv/ElitePOV at 7 p.m. Eastern with replays up at youtube.com/ElitePOV.
Elite POV. If you want to support the show, head on over to patreon.com/Elite POV, where you get such great content as the 10-second count, Top Girl Talk, and Nerdy Elite.
Hey.
With more to come. Trust us, more to come. And if you guys want to get some merch, some great merchandise that we never wear.
Look at all those new logos. Look at that.
So many great logos. Kyle did a great job this week making a new shirt, and that is over at ElitePOVmerch.com. Go over there, pick up your I'm an Elite POV guy or an Elite POV girl shirt.
We still got to make the microphone entertainer one.
Yes,
Yeah.
we still got to make that one.
Coming soon.
And right before we get into the show, a reminder, head on over to my Twitter, at Philly and Poppy. The quote tweet, or not the pin tweet, is a GoFundMe for Jacky's brother. We're still trying to raise money. Let's not forget this, right? We've raised a good amount of money so far. Shout out to Chris, and who was the other one, Jackie?
For the subs in the chat?
No. For that we're donating their merch sales.
That's
merch sales.
Chris, which is Black Baymax, and Jonathan Dobrik.
Yeah, shout out to both of them.
We love both you guys
for donating to the cause. Thank you guys. If you want to read all up on Nate's journey and the surgeries that Nate's trying to get, go on over to my Twitter. It is the pin tweet. Make sure we do that because we like to spread love and positivity over here,
especially for people we like. But if we hate you, fuck off. But we love Nate.
Yeah, we love Nate. So we're definitely trying to.
I don't want people to think that I like them. I like Nate. I don't like you. I like Nate. So go help Nate.
Biggest heel in the industry here.
Oh, 100%, bro.
Totally on brand.
Anthony Rhodes.
Yeah.
God. We about to lose a lot of followers after this episode.
Oh well, not my fucking problem. Go watch the clown show on Monday, all right? Is the WrestleMania hangover yet? Are we back to normal?
2016. I left sports entertainment. 2022.
Oh my God.
I'm back.
I got the time.
Don't worry. 6 months from now.
I got
6 days a week. 4 nights of WrestleMania. I got the time.
Yeah.
On the road, 359 days a year. I got the time.
We're not salty, not one bit. But let's get into something great that happened last night. Because, of course, like I said on Twitter, we don't need an After Mania crowd to be hype and to be invested. We do this every single week. And the match that had the most people talking was Young Bucks versus FTR 2.
Oof.
And before any of us give our thoughts, of course, we have to go to FTR's biggest fan, Jacky. No, I was not going to swerve her.
Hold on.
Last second.
Who told you it was open mic night, bitch? It was my show.
I'm so done with you.
Go ahead, Jacky.
And so, Jacky, tell us what you thought of the match. Tell us also, the chat was asking earlier before we went live, how many times have you watched the match? And then tell us what you thought about the match.
So I have a day job, so I only watched the match twice. Last night.
First of all, only twice. That's still more than the rest of us.
Only twice. But oh man, it was so damn good. Keep in mind that we waited 18 whole months to get this rematch, which is insane to me because it sort of feels like it was just yesterday, and somehow it feels like it was like 8 years ago because COVID paradox. But there was a lot of hype going into this. I personally was a little thrown off in the beginning because to me this seems like it should have been a pay-per-view match. No picture-in-picture, no commercials, no nothing.
What was that?
No, Kyle, don't you dare. But overall, my initial thoughts are it is so mind-blowing to me to finally hear the crowd fully embrace FTR the way that they have in such a short amount of time. I'm not going to say I told you so, but I told you so. I've been singing the praises for a while now, and I'm just glad that everybody's starting to finally catch up and really experience everything that FTR brings to the table. Not taking anything away from the Young Bucks, because right there you have two of, in my opinion, the top tag teams going today and potentially in contention for being two of the top of all time. Fight me over it. But
fighter.
Fight me.
All right, let's go.
No,
It's
but
on site. It's on site.
It's on site,
No,
Jacky. Let's go. On site.
on site. In the words of Eddie Kingston and everybody from the New York, New Jersey area, it's on site.
It's on site. Yep.
Yeah. All right.
But
All right.
despite the fact that we did get the interruptions of the picture-in-picture, the flow of the match from start to finish was incredible. The things that these two teams can do in terms of chemistry with one another, it's just it's on a completely different level. It's everything that I could have hoped it would be. It's insane to me that we are getting two stellar matches out of FTR within a week from each other. You have that banger match that they had with the Briscoes at Super Card of Honor, and now this rematch with the Young Bucks. So they are now tied at 1-1. Do we get the rubber match?
Yep.
I really freaking hope so. And if they do, I really hope that they do it at a pay-per-view. I just have to say, we've seen a lot of singles Dax in the ring. We've not seen any singles Cash thus far. And I think that this match beautifully showcased all of Cash's athletic ability and just what a powerhouse he is in there. So got to give a little nod to him. I'm going to give a shout out to Rick Knox, who for the first time in his damn career noticed something that changed the scope of an entire match.
Sort of.
All right, he kind of noticed after the fact. Yeah, well, I mean,
Listen,
look,
our expectations for him were very low.
I was gonna say he set the bar super low, so the fact that he noticed anything at all is just freaking great. But yeah, I can't say enough positive things about this match. It's just, to me, I could watch Young Bucks and FTR fight forever. And side note, if you ever question the importance of BTE in terms of, how it pertains to AEW and the storylines and stuff, please keep in mind that this whole feud and storyline built up on being the Elite all the way back from 2016.
Fuck the revival.
Fuck the revival.
It all started with 3 little letters. Mm-hmm. And now it's given us one of the best tag teams.
The best thing is
history.
Cody helped start that, and then he's on a Monday night show, and fucking FTR and the Bucks are stealing the week on WrestleMania week.
Mm-hmm. I'm starting my own stable, FTF. Fuck the Fed.
Fuck the Fed, baby.
Well, you're in my house, flapping your gums at my man, and now you're my problem.
Here we go. But
so yeah, I agree with everything Jacky said. Right, this match was unbelievable. I am in the middle of my second, or I guess my first rewatch, my second time watching the match. It's incredible. Obviously, we all wish that there was no commercials, no picture-in-picture. That's why I do hope we get the rubber match at Double or Nothing, hopefully, or maybe Battle of the Belts. They don't have belts, but who gives a fuck, right?
No. But if they have belts, they might not be theirs.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. That's a very good point.
That's
but
what Marky would say.
Yeah,
we got titles,
not ours.
We got the time.
We got them.
Yeah. But no, so the two things that I want to bring up. First of all, as a community, we need to stop saying the Young Bucks cannot tell stories in the ring.
Is it
stop it?
Speaking of story,
right? Cut it.
Right. This is we class time with Philly.
Are we doing it?
No. If you want to, I can't believe they're making me defend the Young Bucks on this fucking podcast. All right,
Why?
I can't believe it.
We like the Young Bucks. You were the first one at Hot Topic getting their fucking shirt.
No, I was not.
Yes,
I have a Young Bucks shirt, but I wasn't in line for it.
Where'd you get it?
I don't know. Brittany bought it for me. Pro Wrestling Tees, I think. No, I didn't buy it from Hot Topic. But here's the thing, right? People need to stop with this Young Bucks. They're just flippy guys. Like, what are you, fucking Twitter 6 years ago? Give me a fucking break, bro. You Vader? Fuck out of here. All right? Stop with this shit.
That's impossible.
Well, yeah, it's true. So, I mean, you could be what fucking stupid website, Ringside fucking idiots over there that are misquoting Nikki Bella, trying to fucking ruin her career. But we won't talk about those fucking morons, right? You can't even get your own fucking Twitter handle.
Idiots. Idiots.
You have to use a fucking underscore, losers.
How do you spell that?
Okay, Defiant with an underscore. Thanks, Phil.
Yeah, but that's come on, Ant. Don't ruin
Stop
a good story.
Stop interrupting the
facts.
teacher.
All right?
God.
Listen, you didn't go to school with me.
Yeah. But no, so the whole thing is, what I'm trying to say is, the Young Bucks always tell great stories in the ring, especially when it counts the most. Yeah, they do flashy moves because they can. Their double team moves are great. They're just not a tag team just for being
Double
a tag
teaming.
team. They do double team moves, right? I know Ant loves to get double teamed, so he's definitely making sure he's writing that down, right?
Yep.
Kyle, I saw your face when everything went to shit on the stream. But no, we got to stop saying this, right? The Young Bucks are amazing. I personally love FTR. They're my favorite tag team of all time. I think they're the best tag team of all time. But we don't take that away from the Young Bucks. They're incredible. This was an incredible match. I love that people are posting pictures from in the building or taking screenshots as they're watching it, noticing the little things, like right before they did the BTE trigger, Cash was still making fun of them by throwing up the too sweet sign as like a fuck you to them. Like, I know you're going to kill me, but like, I'm going to go out on my fucking feet. I'm not going to go out like no bitch and then go back to WWE after talking shit about them for 6 years. But that's besides the point. All right. That's besides the point. But the whole thing is, this match was unbelievable. If you are here and you haven't watched it yet, I don't know what you're doing. All right. This match was unreal. It is so unreal to me in general.
Unreal again? Okay, times 2.
Yes, Unreal Engine 5. All right, it is so...
Is it Pam or Pan?
A pan with 2 N's.
I think I can help with the little pan situation.
With an MB.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So, Jacky, how crazy is it that FTR is being cheered as baby faces in a company that was founded by the Young Bucks? It is so, and it's kudos to both of them. FTR are doing a great job of still being themselves, but leaning in heavy to like, we love this. This is our passion. So it's making people want to cheer for them. And then the Young Bucks are doing a fantastic job at being heels. It shows you how good both teams are. And it shows you the heart of someone like Dax, whose back is all fucked up, tweeting today how much pain he was in from getting hurt during the Briscoes match, but knowing that this match was more important than anything, and they had to do it. But after all that being said, so Ant, I want your opinion, because there was a spot in this match that must have made your pink and black heart grow a couple sizes. We get the double sharpshooter spot, heavily teasing the Bret Hart inclusion at some point. What do you think?
If he's not coming at this point, like, just stop teasing.
It was amazing. The double sharpshooter was unbelievable. I popped really hard in the chat for that. I actually stayed awake this week, which is fucking unbelievable. That's probably why I'm hurt today. But the match overall was awesome. It's something that, you had these high expectations going in, and you see it happen, and you see the rivalry that we've known on BTE for 2-3 years, and we haven't had this rematch in front of live crowds. You know all the backstory, and it delivers above expectations. That's so rare in wrestling, and AEW continues to do that week in and week out. Now, the thing I love is that FTR hasn't changed one bit, and now they're getting cheered. They didn't change. They didn't start kissing the fans' ass. They are the same guys they were in NXT, who are the same guys they were on the main roster, who are the same guys they are in AEW, who are the same guys they are in Ring of Honor. They are just genuine, real people. They don't have to play a gimmick. They don't have to schmooze the fans over. Their hard work got them cheers, and that's what's so great about it. Now, to credit the Bucks with how good they are as heels, right? Like, the Young Bucks, to me, might be one of the greatest tag teams in the world and of all time, probably. Like Jacky said, it's FTR and Bucks are up there, right? I mean, I'm still a Heart Foundation guy. Sorry, guys, but still up there with the Heart Foundation. Still my number one. Just but what the Bucks can do to make people boo them, but their moveset is mainly like face moves. Like the moves they do, mostly faces would do, because they're just like, holy shit, how is that possible? For them to make their gimmick and character so easily hateable from all of the fans, even with the knowledge of what they've done for pro wrestling with AEW, I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I love the Bucks. I love the Bucks bios. I love everything that the Bucks do. But I mean, it is so good to see FTR get the respect that they deserve. Finally, it's been years. Everyone can say that, like, yeah, FTR was great, but the reaction's always been a negative reaction to them. It's great to see them get that hero's welcome when they came out.
Well, the thing is, they were beloved in NXT, right? Their matches with DIY, their matches with American Alpha, their matches with AOP,
Their matches with DIY are fucking timeless.
Unreal, right?
Timeless.
And we're American Alpha too, right? Those were unbelievable matches, but it's just like I feel like the wrestling community as a whole forgot, right? They forgot. It was easy to say the Usos or the New Day because they're having incredible matches, and we don't hate on the Usos here. I don't know what the fuck's going on Twitter. I hate WWE more than the next guy, but the Usos are still my second favorite tag team ever.
People shit on Usos.
I love the Usos. I don't know what's going on Twitter.
It's everywhere.
But I love the Usos. The Usos are fantastic.
Take the reins off the Usos,
croutons, man.
Take the reins off the Usos, and why? Like, I just want one night only for the Usos to come over and fight the Bucks, please.
But we forgot how great FTR was because they were having them do stupid shit on Monday Night Raw that was not them. Be these like over the top characters or whatever, and not giving them time to do what they do. The one thing before I get to Kyle that I want to draw attention to. So earlier, Ascended in the chat says that when we were talking about FTR being baby faces, he said that Renee's podcast probably helped that too, which is a great point. Ascended, I want to shout you out for that because getting to hear Dax's story, getting to hear Cash's story, for people, longtime people who were watching AEW and from the beginning and remember when it was FTR versus Santana and Ortiz, and FTR were cutting these promos like we had it just as hard as you. Just because we didn't grow up in the city doesn't mean we didn't have it just as hard as you. So to get the other side of that, like the actual story on Renee's podcast is incredible. And if you haven't listened to, go back. A lot of tears. Jacky might start crying right now with just even mention it. All right, those podcasts are both
give us a Cody.
Beautiful podcasts.
Jack, can you give us a Cody? Can you give us your best impression?
I can't.
Give us your best Cody while Ant's gone.
No,
for Minnie Mouse. For Minnie Mouse in the background there, slumped over. Minnie Mouse must have just had to sit through a Cody promo.
My part looks horrible too. So you can
enough
just do
havoc.
Yeah, fine.
No. I've caused enough havoc with the boobs at the beginning of the show. I think.
No, you just got us viewers. What are you talking about? Bro?
Yeah,
most highest.
He's a draw for a reason.
Yeah, it is.
It's just the boobs.
But Kyle, after all that, what do you think about the match and the main event itself?
Oh man, that match lived up to expectation. I was so incredibly happy with that match and how it turned out. Now that it's been confirmed, like last week I remember mentioning, or was it on the Saturday morning show? I don't remember. It was one of the shows last week. I mentioned that it's either going to be, they're going to swerve us, there's not going to be a match this week, and it's going to be moved to Double or Nothing, or they're going to have the match, which they did, and there's going to be a rubber match at Double or Nothing. Now, it's almost certain that they're going to have this rubber match at Double or Nothing. This is the direction they're going into. I don't think the AEW tag team belts will be involved. It'll probably be either the Ring of Honor or AAA, whatever it's going to happen. But it's not going to be. So there's going to be a stipulation, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's going to be like a ladder match or it's not going to be anything hardcore." I think we might, because we've seen Iron Man matches go 30 minutes in AEW. What if they do a 30-minute tag team Iron Man match between the Young Bucks and FTR?
That would be
don't
a
talk
dream come
dirty
true
to me like that.
Yeah. That'll be a dream come true.
Sorry,
but you look me in the face.
Dark.
I can't see you on our side, Kyle, but the chat can see both of us. You look me in the face and you fucking explain to me how Tony Khan is gonna book a card.
Him with the eyes, with the same eyes that Liberty looked at me with.
How is Tony Khan gonna book a 30-minute match on a card that's going to have like 15 matches on it? All right.
But we don't know that, though.
We do, because we know Jade's going to be on the card.
Yeah.
And we know Thunder Rosa's going to be on the card.
Right.
And we know there's going to be
they just did a Revolution that was 12 matches long.
Yeah, but now make one of those matches a 30-minute Iron Man match.
Yeah, someone's going to have to bite the bullet, and they're going to have three. They're going to have three buy-in matches.
Yep, start at 7 o'clock.
They can do it, guys. They can do it.
Cody was right. Make this 2 days. 2 days, 15-hour shows each, and the Intercontinental title still won't be defended.
But listen, I'm not saying it's going to be, but I know for a fact that their rematch is going to be at Double or Nothing.
I hope so. I hope so. They could do 2 out of 3 falls. That way we don't have to have the 30-minute time limit, right?
Carry the Booker. For you to come out and just say it's going to be on an episode of Rampage, come on now.
No, but that's a great idea because they could go an hour.
Yeah, that's true. Like,
Yeah,
you mean like a whole episode of Rampage?
A whole episode of Rampage.
Or
Let's
like
be honest. Let's be honest. If they right now was like, listen, guys, the next episode of Rampage will be live, and the entire hour is FTR versus Young Bucks.
We're not
watching that show, but I'm just saying, whatever. A couple weeks from now, right? I will sit there with a bucket of popcorn and just be like, here we go. I watched 3.5 hours of Batman and Avengers Endgame. I could watch an hour of the best wrestling match of all time.
If Dax is really hurt though, I think they may wait a little bit. Just to kind of let him heal up a little bit.
Let this man heal, for the love of God, all right? Yeah. My man had more tape on him than Cesaro.
He had 2 bangers in like 5 days. The man put on like 2 like banger matches against the Briscoes and the Bucks. These guys can go on like a 2-week vacation if they want.
Yeah, let that body heal up.
Yo, Jay Rogers in the chat. I like that. I'm all in for a 60-minute Iron Man match. I see what you did there. And I appreciate you.
Yo,
I appreciate it.
Jay Rogers, I said it last week. I don't know if you were here for this. I said it, and then Phil freaked out. I'm like, it's going to happen between May and August. They're going to have a whole week. It's going to be AW Rampage, AW Dynamite, all in. It's going to be a special.
So basically, last week, Kyle turned me on with that all-in thing. Ooh. This week, he's getting Jacky hype, talking about a 30-minute Iron Man match between the Bucks and FTR. But what are you going to do for Ant next week?
I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Orange Cassidy versus CM
But
Punk.
that's me and
Ant. Sex show.
Yeah. That'll sell.
Is Ant gonna be a part of the baddies when they go to Philly?
Listen,
yo,
Ant
bro.
Should.
No, Ant.
Should
seriously,
I should be.
We're stopping this whole show for a second.
Oh God.
Last night, Jade had a guy from Boston that was a baddie in the section. They only showed half his face, but he was there. When they come to Philly and she asks for the baddie section, you need to post that picture and ask to be a part of it.
Oh no, I'm gonna get all sexy chains and all. Get my AJ ones on. You know what I mean?
Yo, we got to get you in that baddie section, bro.
Yep.
That's the goal. Everybody needs, when it happens, right? When's the Philly show? In a month?
Yeah.
A couple months?
9 days from tonight. No,
9 days from tonight.
April 27th.
Yeah, we got to get in that thing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Jade,
FTR, Young Bucks.
I need Jade's glasses. I want glasses that say "that bitch" to walk around.
Oh my God, yeah, me too.
You need to say that.
But yeah, FTR, Young Bucks, match of the year contender, just like FTR versus Briscoes. If this is just an idea of what's going to happen for the rest of the year in tag team wrestling in this company, it's going to be one great year.
I think we're back because someone sees me now. Adam sees me. All right, we're back. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Yes, I had a little bit of a hiccup with OBS, guys. Apologize. But great way to open up the show with Adam Cole and Christian Cage. Great wrestling match.
Even OBS thought your fucking take on Christian Cage and Adam Cole was shit.
Like, not
it just cut you off, bro. It was like most anticipated match. I ain't working for this.
I also thought it was shit. What are you trying to say then, Ant?
It was good. It was like it was your most anticipated match, though. Like FTR and Bucks happened.
Oh, I know, but I still was excited for Adam Cole and
I appreciate you wanting to be different.
And Christian.
I do. I appreciate you wanting to be different. I do.
But anyways, yeah, and then we got the whole stuff with Hangman Page after to further this storyline. Now we know that it's going to be next week on Rampage, their title match. So this is interesting. Now that I want to know where we're going with this because we all thought that maybe they would drag this out until Double or Nothing. But now we're getting a Texas death match, of course. So my man Hangman Page only wrestles in Texas death matches, I guess, in Texas. And we're getting that next week on Rampage for the world title. And I swear to God, I brought it up while we were watching Dynamite last time. Like, they must listen to our show. Because we've been talking about on the show, everyone in the chat remembers, we've been talking about on the show for like the last month. Rampage needs to be better. There needs to be matches on Rampage to get us interest. What are they doing? This Friday, they put matches on to get us interested. They got matches there now already next week to get us interested and to watch.
Yep.
They're putting it at 7 p.m. Eastern time next week, and they've loaded it with a world title match and a Texas death match.
Tony Khan, if you're listening, just come on the show.
We know you're listening.
Talk to you.
We'd love to talk to you. Yeah.
We listen to that entire media scrum, and we were not in the room. By the way. All right, we were not in the room, and we still listened to the entire call. We loved every second of what you said. Come on this show. We'll let you talk as long as you want. Twitch might fail us. We'll come right back online and let you keep talking.
I don't know. He's gonna come on if he sees
So
that.
sad.
Yeah, it came on the screen.
I click Discord once and that comes up.
Speaking of Paige, there's Paige Van Sant for everybody.
Oh, this show is off the rails today.
This show is off the rails.
We promise
Our
we're
IMDb
professional. If anyone's watching, we promise we're professional.
Throw that hashtag pop the boys in the
There
chat.
is-
Pop the boys.
There is cake in our chat at all times. There is always cake. I missed
the
it
boys.
live.
But no, the match between Adam Cole and Christian was phenomenal. They had the crowd eating out of the palm of their hand, right? I mean, this is expected, right? Adam Cole is incredible. No matter what Twitter says, Adam Cole is still incredible. Christian Cage is, we've heard so many legends and veterans when they signed him. Christian Cage is one of the best in-ring performers ever. And this match shows it, right? They had an unbelievable match. The cool thing about this, the two things that are coming out of this match. One, it looks like Christian is slowly turning heel, or at least leaving Jurassic Express. We saw a little backstage vignette with them later on where Christian got mad and walked off. So that's a great thing because we
He's
definitely
walking right back to the Fed and joining Damian Priest.
Oh my God, please don't. But the second thing is,
baby, the brute.
the second thing is, it looks like we're probably getting CM Punk versus Hangman at Double or Nothing. If we're getting Hangman versus Cole next week, then why would we're not going to get that at Double or Nothing, which is great, because that keeps the tradition of we're getting different opponents at these pay-per-views because they're telling the stories and then they're moving on, which we said, like, how does Adam Cole get a title shot right away? How did Thunder Rosa get a title shot right away? Like, what's going on? I hope they don't start to trend in this direction. But no, they course corrected and they're fixing it. We're getting Cole versus Hangman in a Texas death match, which is going to be incredible. People will hate on it. They'll somehow blame Lance Archer for it for no reason.
Wrestling Twitter is going to hate on something. Nah, there's no way.
That doesn't sound right.
There's no way. The croutons are nice on Twitter. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, not them. But Jacky, what did you think of the match?
I thought it was good. It was a really great way to start the show. I always say AEW has this fantastic way of kicking off a show right. And if you want to do it right, you're going to start it with that. It's all about the boom and have the crowd going absolutely crazy. I swear, I don't think there's anything that Adam Cole can do at this point to get the crowd to not chant along and to not sing the damn song. So good for him. But Christian Cage, round of applause for that man, because at his age, he is still delivering some solid in-ring work. He looks great. And personally, he looks probably the best that he's looked in a long time. I mean, I watched some of his stuff when he was in TNA and he had that championship run and etc. But
days.
Yeah, TNA days. No, he's making a hell of a comeback. I am hoping and praying that whatever they're alluding to in terms of him potentially leaving Jurassic Express is going to go in that direction, because it's time. I want Jurassic Express to do their thing. If they're going to just put the kibosh on their title run, then so be it. They gave it their best effort.
I'll put the kibosh on their run.
But
hey, put the kibosh on it. Fucking kibosh.
Every once in a while, I gotta throw in a rogue word.
Fucking kibosh. We look like a crouton or a fucking
Jack, you're throwing a lot of big words at me right now.
I'm gonna take
take that as a disrespect.
Help me with the sale. Watch your mouth. Help me with the sale.
But yeah, overall,
Kibosh.
it was a great opener for the show.
Kibosh at the beach.
Kibosh at the beach.
Wow.
The Great American Kibosh.
The Great American Kibosh was amazing. We were all about that kibosh. No, that match was great. I said something interesting last time. The more I think about it, the more right I am. Like, obviously, you associate Christian with Edge. I honestly think Christian is the better wrestler. Like, Christian is still putting on bangers. Edge is great, but I think Christian does stuff that Edge couldn't do. And I think last night I had my come to Jesus moment. Like, all right, I like Christian in the ring better than Edge. I like Edge character better, but I think Christian in the ring, people sleep on him. And they've slept on him. Like, how can you be gone for 7 years and still be that good? Like,
And it's not like he's wrestling every week. I mean, when's the last time you wrestled on the show and he's able to just pull that match out of his ass?
He's keeping up with Adam Cole,
yeah,
who's a top 5 talent in the world. He's keeping up with him step for step. He didn't look like he didn't belong, you know. And sometimes you see that when you see like an older guy, an older wrestler wrestle these younger guys, you could tell that they're off a step. Christian didn't miss a step last night. That match was great. It was a great way to start. I wouldn't say it was the most anticipated, but I could say it was definitely anticipated.
Yeah, don't say that too loud. We'll be asked to shut down again. Now, the one thing that I think the world is looking forward to us talking about. So AEW 99% of the times hits it out of the fucking park. All right. But let me tell you something. If somebody in the chat right now can explain to me what the fuck that tables match was.
Oh, God.
Because this is not a knock against the Hardys. This is not a knock against Butcher and Blade. They did a great job. The rules were not explained. I've watched a lot of tag team table matches in my life. I've never seen one of them be elimination style. Okay, that's 1. 2, they never announced that it was elimination style. 3, in the beginning of the match, they set the table up in the middle of the ring on like a slant and slammed Jeff through it. It cracks a little bit, but they're like, is he eliminated? Is he not eliminated? Then,
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Then Jeff almost blows his knee out on the top rope when he falls. And it's like, he's out of the match. He's on the outside. We're like, what is going on? What is even happening? Jeff gets eliminated at some point. We're like, okay. Then the match keeps going on. And I think, was it Blade Butcher got eliminated, right?
He stayed there.
Yeah, so Butcher gets put through the table, immediately gets up, and then starts beating up Matt Hardy. And they're like, well, there's no rules, so why is it an elimination if there's no rules? And then the ending that I would love the chat to explain to me. Jeff Hardy is eliminated.
Legal man.
He is not the legal man, yet he does the Swanton bomb
there's no rules.
Blade through a table, and they win the match. Explain to me how this match got booked. Who was the producer on the match? What is happening? Because this is horrible.
The match was
I was so confused.
The match was bad, but I've never, and these guys are watching the chat with me, I never laughed so hard and peed my pants so much in my entire life than that whole ending of the match where Jeff went to do his jump over and he completely slipped.
He slipped because it's not like they're wrestling a full match and sweaty as hell.
and he ate shit.
Jeff is hurt. Like Jeff's hurt, so it's not like he's got his fully aware of what's going on.
Completely ate shit. Like he went head first into the freaking barricade.
And we still haven't seen it. I wanted the gift so bad of that.
Yeah.
And then, listen, it's always great to see Jeff jump off a ladder through a table. That's so much fun. We love it. But for the love of God, all right? If he gets hurt, call an audible. Figure it out because
put Matt through a table as quick as you can. The Blade Butcher win this week. It is what it is.
Yeah, but it was such a mess. Jacky, try to make some sense of this. You're the one on this show who understands wrestling more than anybody. Try to make some sense of this.
There is no sense of it. There were like quite a few times during that match where we were just like kind of scratching our heads going like, wait, what? What the hell just happened? Like as soon as Jeff went through that first table, I was like, it's over already? Like, damn, they went through that quick. And then I'm like, the match is still going. Wait, was that like a botch? And then I'm like, this is elimination style, but why didn't they say that? Why are the illegal men getting involved? It was just like, it was such a clusterfuck. Like I could not compute. Like at some point I was just kind of like looking off into the distance, like what the hell is happening here? And it was a match that going into it on paper, you're like, oh shit, this is going to be great. You know, you get the Hardys with their history in table matches, and Butcher and Blade are a couple of menaces. They've been on a tear. Like this is going to be great. And it wasn't. It really wasn't. And I am the type to try to give the benefit of the doubt as much as humanly possible and understand that there is margins for error. Things are going to happen. But it was just like, it reached a point probably with the extension of grace midway through that match, it just became completely unwatchable.
I would say as soon as the Hardys came out, I was uninterested.
We know you.
We needed more.
So shout out to Carrie.
We needed more Butcher, Blade, and Bunny and less Hardys, and I would have been fine.
Carrie says they saw Johnny Knoxville at Mania, and TK said, "Let me top that."
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But the one thing, and before you say what you thought,
the
line of the night by Mr. Anthony DeStefano here was when Andrade comes out at the end with the rest of his group. And then Sting comes out and Andrade puts Bunny in between him and Sting.
No, Kyle said it.
Oh, wow. Was it Kyle that said it?
Give me credit.
Way to not put me over.
Wait, I thought you said it.
No, I said it.
No, it was
Kyle said it. So Kyle said it, right? Kyle was like, Andrade.
Where's the Jonah Hill gif? Where's the Jonah Hill gif? Yeah, fuck me, right?
Yeah, fuck me, right? Kyle was like, Andrade, watch those hands. You're gonna make two people mad with that. Somewhere Charlotte was like this.
Andrade Lille, you have your hands on the Bunny's waist. Charlotte's at home, Blade's in the ring. I'm like, this guy lost his damn mind. Is he working or shooting?
Andrade Lille?
You know how Stone Cold would say it. Andrade Lille, working or shooting? Don't know.
Andrade Lille.
You got the old Texas rattlesnake a little rattled here. Pop the boys. I'm thinking this sumbitch working or shooting. You know, father-in-law Ric Flair at home, elbow dropping his jacket because of it.
But Kyle, your turn. Yeah, your turn. Try to make sense of this.
I can't, man. I'm laughing as much as I did watching this. Because, like, how do you make sense of this? It was like, okay, we're going to go. It's basically like, hey, you guys want to do tails match? Sure. And then they went out there. Like there was no discussion on who was going to take what finisher, what was going to happen. It was just, let's go out there.
Why didn't they just announce it at the top? This is an elimination style match. And then when Jeff got eliminated, say, Jeff Hardy has been eliminated. And then they escort
Maybe
him
it wasn't supposed to be. Maybe that the audible was like while they're all brawling there, they like kind of like whispered to her, okay, elimination? Yeah, elimination. But then they kind of like,
the audible that I would have called because damn, that became a huge mess.
Like I said,
somebody should have audible the fact that you're doing a table spot in a table match 1 minute into the fucking match.
It was just a match. It's gonna be a match to just kind of forget, and the only thing you're gonna remember is Jeff being Jeff, climbing up to the ladder, and you know being like Darby Allin. And I'm surprised Jeff can walk nowadays because how many spots has he done that throughout his entire career? Yeah, it was interesting. Like I said, I never laughed so hard in my entire life. Maybe it's just because I was exhausted by this point, and I was just getting like the 12 a.m. giggles at 9 p.m.
You've never seen me when Evan Bourne made his debut.
Matt Sydal? Oh, my God.
Matt Sydal. Yeah, Matt Sydal.
Same
dude,
guy.
I was fucking wheezing.
Yeah.
Like, I was watching it with me. I could not collect myself.
We were in a big
It's a funny spot.
Yeah.
It's a funny spot.
We had a bunch of people in there. And
20
Ant was
minutes.
so the funny thing is, little side story, right? To get us away from this awful tables match.
I don't have any. Just give me more Bunny, please.
All right, so we were in like a Skype chat or whatever, and there was like 10 of us in there, and we were obviously, because of the way everything works, we were all at different points, and Ant was way further ahead than everybody else.
Life.
Yeah, so Ant starts wheezing laughing, like he had to mute himself. He couldn't stop laughing, and we were like, what happened? And he was like, just watch. He couldn't even breathe, bro.
Like
he
me
was
last
and
night.
then it happened, bro. No, it was the hardest I've ever heard.
It was.
No, that was the worst pay-per-view AEW's ever put on. It was just mess after mess.
I almost got fired from my summer job, my second job, because I was like, I'm going home and watching this. I can't miss it. And I was like, I almost got fired over fucking this. Fucking Matt Sydal eating shit off the top rope.
Yeah. Oh, man. But now, so next, to bring it back, so we get the debut of Samoa Joe versus Max Caster.
Did somebody say debut?
Debut. Yeah, debut. So I'm going to start with you, Jacky. You have been on this show week after week talking about Max Caster's raps are corny. Talking about he is not for you. You do not understand.
Those are me.
Yeah, you do not understand why people like his verses. Explain to the people what you told us yesterday.
See, I'm not fake. I hate a lot of the raps that he comes out with. But last night was the first time, and I said it then and I'll say it now. It was the first time that one of his raps actually popped me. It was freaking he hit on some points. Like where he's like, you're not a tough guy, Joe, you're just injury prone. And he says, oh, like when we beat them in the ratings, he was their champ. And so he's throwing these digs.
He said, "I'm the main event. He's X Division."
His
That
X
was fire.
Division.
Yeah.
So the bars made sense. They didn't go like stupid, like below the belt, unnecessary stuff. It was just solid stuff. So I'll give Max Caster
Can we acknowledge how Joe just agreed with it? He was like, "You're not wrong."
He's just like, yeah.
Can we acknowledge how Joe fucking Millie rocked on him? Was that the dance he did?
God, yeah.
The shmoney dance?
Yeah.
Yo, bro.
Oh, man. But
Kyle started singing the song, edited.
Yep. Edited because I can't.
He
say
had
those
to
words.
censor himself. Yeah, you can't do that. But no, aside from that, yes, I'll give Max Caster his flowers on those bars. But man, what a massive freaking pop for Samoa Joe. You love to see it. The crowd was fully hyped and behind him, and rightfully so. I'm really glad to see him here. I'm glad to see him getting ready to be unleashed in all his vicious glory. Mm-hmm. He's already got that stank face perfect where he's real real raunchy and disrespectful. But no, there was a lot of good spots. Joe hit a muscle buster.
He needs some.
Went wild.
First time.
Welcome back. The muscle buster is all elite.
Back the muscle
get to the graphic.
Yeah.
And the crowd went wild for it. You love to see that. He hit a freaking tope suicida. It's always great to see these big men that could move that agile. But overall, the match was what it was. We knew that Joe was going over, but I'm really hyped to see Joe in AEW, and now it looks like he's moving into that feud with Jay Lethal, and I think this could be some really good stuff here.
And I'm hyped to see him in the Owen Hart tournament because this was a qualifier match. So that's a pretty big deal. Now, maybe the Jay Lethal storyline is going to lead to Joe losing because who's going to beat Joe in this tournament? In all honesty, no one should beat him, right?
Who beat Joe in NXT?
All right, Ant McMahon, what did you think of this?
I see more as a commentator myself.
Joe, rain ponchos. I mean, who doesn't love Samoa Joe in a rain poncho at WrestleMania? It's the greatest stage of them all. It was such
stupendous
good shit.
It's a stupendous raincoat.
Joe looks like he hasn't missed a fucking beat. Right? He came out Ring of Honor. We all went nuts. Me less than you guys because you couldn't hear me because my fucking headset was broke. But we all went crazy. But it's the perfect spot for him. Max is someone who is very easily booed, right? People love the Acclaim, but they're very easy to boo. So it's a good opponent. Made Joe look good. The Jay Lethal thing, I think, is going to be the door to Ring of Honor. And I think we're all overlooking the fact that it started a Ring of Honor thing. I think the Joe Lethal match is going to end up being one of the main events next time they run a Ring of Honor show, like a big show. I think that there's going to start building storylines here to get people to jump over when they do more Ring of Honor content.
I do love that they're giving Jay Lethal something to do. I mean, people were bitching and moaning that Jay Lethal hasn't done anything since being here. Here we go.
Like
and
always,
he's turned
Tony
heel.
Khan listens to the fans.
Yeah, he's with Sanjay Dutt now, and they're doing this they're better than everybody promo, right? Samoa Joe was Jay Lethal's teacher, his mentor. So now it's the teacher, the student taking out the teacher. It's great storyline telling, and it's a great way to put Joe in a feud that he can win without sacrificing one of the AEW talents that you're also building at the same time.
All right, once had a match like that against Anthony and Go-Go.
God, the second one, that's 2 tonight. I had to ban 2 of those stupid accounts in the Twitch chat.
Yeah, that just means we're drawing in the viewers, brother.
Brother.
Those viewers are good with me, brother. HH.
They just had too much to drink, brother.
Yeah. Buying followers good with me, HH.
Yeah, they were working or shooting. They worked themselves in to shoot those jabroni marks. Brother, let me tell you something.
But like you were just saying, Phil, that's why I love that Tony Khan's such a wrestling mark that he'll do stuff like this because and the fact that he listens to fans. It's crazy when you have an owner that listens to the fans. Mm-hmm. What a thought! What a thought!
You didn't want to see Pat McAfee.
You didn't want to see Johnny Knoxville.
You didn't want to see
star.
Myself.
I'll wrestle. I took a stunner. Like that.
My lord.
Anyways, I'm excited for this. I'm gonna go back to what Ant said. that they're going to set that up for the next time we do a Ring of Honor show. I think it's going to be Double or Nothing weekend. I think it'll be on that Saturday.
I think they're going to start running it like, how,
Whole weekend.
I mean,
yeah.
It's smart, right?
Ring of Honor Saturday and then the Sunday pay-per-view.
We can say this, right? And it's WWE had a good thing. When we went to the shows, we were excited because we got NXT, and then you get a takeover, you get SummerSlam, you get a takeover, you get Royal Rumble, you get a take, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we were always excited because it was multiple nights of different wrestling.
Exactly.
And Ring of Honor and AEW are two different entities, which is nice because you can get the guys like we or Yuta, those guys on to a pay-per-view card while, Punk, Danielson, Moxley control the main card.
Yeah.
Those kind of guys.
Sometimes there's a crossover. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, exactly. Punk in Ring of Honor has to happen. Yeah. It has to. And Punk vs. Joe has to happen in Ring of Honor.
That should do the all-out weekend. That should be the Saturday pay-per-view.
That would be
an all-out weekend. Yeah.
But I think that, as much as we can criticize WWE, they did something right. And I think Tony Khan would be stupid not to do something like this with Ring of Honor. You have two brands now. Do a Ring of Honor show. Do fucking an AEW show. You're going to sell a bunch of tickets. You're going to make a bunch of money because everyone's already in town for your AEW shows. So, you draw them in. You do Saturday. You do the meet and greets on Saturdays. For what?
And half the
all
the pay-per-views have been on Sunday.
Shows or something. Yeah, the only one that's not is Full Gear. Every other show's on Sunday, right?
Yeah, because of the holiday fall under holiday weekends.
So why not do something Saturday? Everyone's in town at FanFest. So run FanFest Friday night, Saturday, and then Saturday at 4 and FanFest, and fucking start Ring of Honor at 7 o'clock.
And I know that Tony Khan doesn't like to go up against UFC because he has a relationship with Dana White, but the UFC pay-per-views don't start to 10.
Bro.
And to be honest with you, the main event doesn't happen until like 1 a.m.
Yeah,
so
midnight,
you're fine.
6 p.m. pay-per-view. Do 6 to 10. Or 6 to 9 or 7 to 10.
Because it's a Ring of Honor show. It's not like it's an AEW show, right? So whatever, right?
Yeah.
Do a 3-hour show. I mean, listen, they were able to do it on Friday.
It doesn't matter. So this is my thoughts. It doesn't matter about buys do matter. I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but more importantly, you have your target audience already there. So it's going to sell out. So you're going to make money at the gate to spite yourself. Doesn't matter how many buys you get. You can put it against UFC. Whatever, fine. UFC is going to blow it out of the water, obviously. But even if you get 10,000 pay-per-view buys on a sold-out arena, you made your money.
Yeah. And you could do FanFest during the day, and you could incorporate Rampage the day before. You can make the 4 weekends a year like a destination.
Yes.
Where people fly in. And I saw, a lot of people were talking over the weekend like, oh, AEW doesn't have a WrestleMania. And it's like they have 4 of them.
Evolution.
4 WrestleManias. We don't just got 1. We got 4.
Oh.
They have 4 of them because they only do 4 big shows a year, and you can make them into these like vacation weekends for people.
Did you say Big Show?
Is he here?
His name is Paul White.
Yeah. You know what's crazy though? We're talking about this, and if they actually do it, just think, guys, when we go to All Out, we might get like a Ring of Honor show this Saturday and All Out show Sunday.
Well,
I'm all for that.
It looks like we're probably going to be going Thursday.
Oh, also, speaking of All Out, this is like a grain of salt thing because it's Wikipedia and anyone can edit it. Wikipedia has All Out 2022 at the United Center listed.
It's going to happen. There's no way
they're not going
that they're
back
going back. They have to stay at the United Center.
I'm swallowing my beard right now. What the fuck? I'm shedding.
Especially because now with like CM Punk here and the ties he has with the United Center, he debuted at the United Center for AEW. It just fits, right?
Yeah.
And if he's going
to do it.
Yeah. So, I'm excited
Kyle,
for this.
but any last thoughts on Samoa Joe's debut?
Oh, the pop, man. The pop he got. Not when this theme started. It's exactly like Punk. As soon as he comes out of the tunnel, the crowd gets louder. It's like Punk every single time. When Punk's music hits, there's a pop. But as soon as Punk comes out of the tunnel, the crowd goes to another level. And that's what we got with Samoa Joe. And they were hot, man. We got the Joe is going to kill you chants. The Joe chants in general. The crowd, I mean, that was a really good crowd in Boston last night. But, like, man, I feel like Samoa Joe's just going to get that same reaction wherever they go. So this is a massive signing by Tony Khan. In a massive one, especially for a character that looks like he's going to work both Ring of Honor and AEW. AEW for now, there really isn't any details as to when AEW's TV is going to continue on. There's still slight
Ring of Honor TV.
There's still slight rumblings that Tony Khan is in talks with Warner Media to try to get it on TV. So I guess they're gonna wait.
Put Ring of Honor in the Rampage slot and make Rampage 2 hours and put it on a different day.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Or screw NXT. Just put Rampage on Tuesday.
You should. Why not? Why not? Why not?
No, not Rampage.
For
Sorry,
real.
Ring of Honor. Put Ring of Honor on Tuesday. There you go.
No, put Ring of Honor in the Rampage slot because I need more AEW television.
Yeah.
You could build Ring of Honor through the late night television because that's the more hardcore fans anyway.
Yep.
Yeah,
Then you have your casual fans back to, Tuesday night, 8 to 10. There you go. Tuesday night, Wednesday night. Bro, let me tell you.
Let me tell you.
Hey, it's you, me. Can you tell me where the Rampage is?
Now, speaking of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament, we got a teaser of what may come in this tournament. And you want to talk about popping the boys. You want to talk about an ovation
Phil
from the crowd.
No, Phil, I said pop the boys.
Sorry, I heard
I'm
that
not
on the
continuing. I'm not continuing until Jacky does that. Folding my hands.
Give it to us.
Give it to us. Pop the boys.
No, your hands. They are your arms. Get it right. You crossed your arms.
I'm not uncrossing my arms until Jacky does it.
Until I pop the boys.
Yeah.
Yes.
You just pop the boys.
Sorry,
So we get a backstage segment that pop the boys major.
Yeah.
We get Toni Storm and Jamie Hayter face to face talking about potentially facing
I'm
off.
talking about tasty cakes.
this
What?
tournament.
Butterscotch. What?
What?
Chocolate. What? Vanilla. What? Confetti. What?
So, as a little backstory, or as a recommendation, if you guys aren't watching the Road 2s, the one leading into this week wasn't as good as last week's, but you should watch the clip of Toni Storm talking after her
so
debut
good.
match, getting very emotional. I don't know how many of these ex-WWE stars have to basically almost quit the business because they're so unhappy, and AEW has to save their career and save their happiness for you to understand that this is the company you should be watching.
I ate shit for 15 years after the fucking curtain call. Get over it.
But I'm very excited for the potential Jamie Hayter versus Toni Storm match. It is Kyle versus himself because those are two of his favorites.
It's me versus my hand.
Yeah. It's going to be Kyle with himself in many ways in just one. But Kyle, are you excited for this Toni and Jamie potential matchup?
I'm great. I'm excited for obviously more than one way than not here, but like the wrestling we're gonna get.
I got a boner.
The wrestling we're gonna get for this thing. All right, guys, let's get it back here. Back on track. Here we go. The wrestling we're gonna get out of them is gonna be exceptional. We know how good Jamie Hayter is. We know how great of a pro wrestler that Toni Storm is, and just watching that Road 2, man, it got you in the feels, man. Like it's crazy to think that she was on the verge of quitting pro wrestling if it wasn't for AEW. Just think, like, Tony Khan would, like, if it wasn't for his company, Storm wouldn't be here. Like, Storm would be quitting pro wrestling generally, and that would suck because, yeah, she can make money elsewhere doing other things like she's now doing with her OnlyFans, but like, it's her love in life is pro wrestling. Like that's her ultimate thing she wants to do in life is pro wrestling and her number one thing. So the fact that we have a place for her to go to now and to expert her craft in pro wrestling because she's so young and she has so many years ahead of her, and AEW is the place for her to be and to grow. Man, we don't even have Toni Storm in her prime yet.
Yep.
Like she's about to transcend into her prime eventually, and we have Toni Storm at this point in her life. So this was an exceptional signing by Tony Khan. Too many Tonys here.
A lot of Tony time.
But the eventual, like, they're teasing the eventual meetup of Hayter and Storm. Now, I don't know if that's a tease for the final or if that's
what I was thinking too, Kyle. Is that the tease for the finals or is that the tease for like the first round to get people, in?
But I think the cool thing is that, we've talked about many weeks on this show that they need to start bringing in veteran women talent to kind of get these younger stars over. And we've also talked more than once on this show about how we want, now that Britt Baker's title run is over, that we want Jamie Hayter to get a push. We want to get her to the next level, right? And Toni Storm can get her there, right? This is a beautiful way of using veteran talent to get a younger talent over. It doesn't mean that Jamie Hayter has to even win the tournament. It doesn't mean that she has to win their match, but they can do as like a respect that you're next thing, right? We saw it with the Mae Young Classic, right? Where like Bianca Belair didn't beat Kairi Sane, but she came pretty close. And that's how we knew that Bianca was going to be next. So they could do something similar here with Jamie and Toni to kind of set the table like, hey, Jamie Hayter's next. In the next year or two, it's going to be her company and she's going to kind of take it all over. But Jacky, what do you think? Are you excited for this?
I am. We've talked about it extensively previously that we think that Jamie Hayter should get that push. And I think that she has shown that when she is given the time, she has a lot of star potential. And, I haven't been exposed to much of her, stuff outside of AEW, but by all accounts, she's done some incredible things elsewhere, and I want her to bring some of that here. And as for Toni, I'm going to echo what everybody said as far as the road to promos and stuff like that. I won't call it a promo because as emotional as she got, there was a lot of reality in that. And it's really nice to see people given the opportunity to really live out the things that they're passionate about, especially when they feel like they may have lost some of that along the way. So I really hope that this is an opportunity for her to rekindle that fire and for us to get some really banger matches out of this tournament.
Ant, what do you think?
Totally agree.
Cake aside.
Everything people said, like joking aside, Jamie Hayter is someone that like you look at and you're like, she's next. She has the look. She's a powerhouse. She's a dominant force. She has that presence. Like when we talk about Jade, we talk about presence, the presence that she has when she comes to the ring. I think Jamie Hayter possesses a presence like that, right? I don't think anyone touches Jade, honestly. But I think Jamie Hayter has that presence where you're like, wow, she's going to beat the fuck out of somebody. Like she's going to tear this person apart. I think Britt Baker now losing that title lets Jamie like run, gallop away, get away from me. I don't need your support. Also, heel, thank you for the huge raid. I hope your show.
Thank you, heel.
But
you were forgiven for going toe to toe with us.
But you would go toe to toe with NXT, the black and gold brand. That's it. We're moving to Tuesdays. So just the whole Jamie Hayter Toni Storm thing is going to be amazing, whether it's the first round or the finals, because people want to see Toni Storm. I said Toni Storm is the star that you have to get. Mm-hmm. I honestly think Toni Storm, my two finals are either Toni Storm versus Hayter or Toni Storm versus Deeb are my finals, I think. And I think Toni Storm's winning this whole thing. But you needed a Toni Storm because, like you said, Phil, like that's someone that, Hayter puts up a good match against her. It opens eyes. Like, lost in this shuffle is where's Ruby Soho?
Mm-hmm.
Ruby Soho is going to come back. Ruby Soho is going to come back to this tournament. Will things start clicking more for her? There's a lot of talent in this tournament that we're overlooking. We don't know if Jade can be in the tournament. Can Thunder Rosa be in the tournament? We don't have any update on that.
Yeah.
So imagine if Jade just like, well, I'm 35-0 now. I'm going to fucking enter this tournament, or I'm 30-0 or 31, whatever she is at the time. I'm going to enter this tournament, and she enters the tournament. Like, then what?
Yeah. My thing is, and I try to say this as much as possible, also to remind myself, because I mean, listen, we all watched WWE for so many years, and so we kind of the way of booking, this booking style is so new to me that I have to remind myself that it's about patience in AEW. Just because you don't see someone on TV, even for a couple months, doesn't mean that there isn't something in the works, and maybe something got in the way. Maybe they had to kind of adjust on the fly, maybe push it back a little further than not. Like with the Julia Hart thing, which we'll talk about next, but like we have to be patient. Obviously, it would be great for someone like Jamie Hayter to win the Owen Hart Foundation tournament, really take her to the next step, but she doesn't have to, right? We can build this star. Yes, there are the Jades who like Jade has to win because Jade is just, like Ant said, so far and above everybody else when it comes to star power, even from a lot of the men, right? Let's be honest. Like Jade's on screen, you're paying attention.
So can you imagine though, and this is just thinking outside the box, right? In a tournament, you don't lose your title. If they were to put Jade in this tournament, and let's say like Jamie Hayter somehow breaks
or
up
Chris
with
Statlander beat her or
turns
something.
face, or Statlander, or even Toni, and they're the one that beats her,
That'd be a
holy
big deal.
shit, that's a
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
deal. And it's a way to protect the title. Do I think that's going to happen? No, I don't think Jade's losing for a long fucking time. I
Yeah.
don't.
No.
I'm talking Roman Reigns 500 and whatever.
That's why I don't
days.
think she's going to be in the tournament. It just so far, it's heavily leaning on Toni Storm's going to win this tournament, and I think that would be a really feel good story as well.
It's a good call.
Yeah.
I would like to see
Yeah.
Ty and Paige Van Sant actually, not what we saw of Paige Van Sant earlier, but I like to see Ty and Paige Van Sant be a part of this tournament because that's now a match that has a surrounding story that if you do that in like a round 2 or 3 when they all fight to get to each other, that's big fight feel.
Can I say something about that? They got to be careful because Ty Conti and Sammy Guevara are booking themselves into the Cody spot as in the fan reaction.
They are.
Yeah,
so
They got a pop last
they're
night
getting-
though, like initially.
They did,
Apparently
but
on
so
Rampage they got eaten
they got
alive.
booed. They
Okay.
got booed.
And
that
to
people
a
are
point where
reporting that.
Sammy had to address it. That's how bad it got. So
Wow.
like they got to stop. They gotta right now. If I was Tony Khan, if you're listening, I know you're listening, but if you're listening, put a peg in this right now and transition. You have to do something now, or it's gonna get it. They're gonna get to a point where they're gonna either have to go heel or they'll never get cheered again being baby faces.
Yeah.
It's you've gotten to a point where now the majority of fans are sick and tired of both of them.
Which is stupid.
Yeah.
Which is fucking stupid. Which is so fucking stupid. And this is the problem that I have with and this is why when like Ant and everyone's like, Phil, why do you get so mad at Twitter? Because this is Twitter's fault.
The croutons.
This is Twitter's fault because people wanted to be too fucking nosy about Sammy and Ty's business in the very beginning of all this shit. And then they got the answer they wanted. They wanted them to talk about their relationship. They did it. And then people got mad because it fucking annoyed them. And now here we are. And unlike Brandy and Cody, Ty and Sammy are not Teflon. They're not just going to keep getting booked on TV every week. They're going to have to make drastic changes to their characters. And I don't like it. I don't like it because Ty Conti's whole thing right now, she comes out, she's happy to be there, she smiles, she waves, she gets these massive pops, right? Jade, I want her to be the one to beat Jade. Jade's a heel. If Ty's a heel, she's not beating Jade. Maybe we get Ty versus Thunder Rosa. I don't know. But the point is, this entire thing is getting off the rails again, of course, with Dan Lambert.
I just got Tony Khan's breaking news. Nobody's beating Jade. Go ahead.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that breaking news, Anthony Rossap. But no, we gotta stop with this shit, bro. If you don't like people's personal lives, don't bring it on the TV because you're affecting their careers. Because this can completely maybe the plans, like we said, I just said it. Tony Khan books in the future. Like everything is not for we're gonna book in 2 weeks or whatever. These are all longer storylines, and especially when it comes to championships. So maybe Ty is slated to win a title this year, and by you doing this, you're derailing her just because you don't like that she's with Sammy.
Can I play devil's advocate? Can I play
ahead.
devil's advocate? People didn't like it, but is it on them? And I don't think it is, right? Because we love Ty here. But I'm just on other vision, right? Looking down a different scope. Is it on them for playing into this? They are.
What else are they going to do?
But they just ignore it.
It's
Because
at this level, it is impossible.
Wrestling community is this big, but
Listen,
now they're showing it on TV.
No, I know that, but the second Sammy came out and addressed the situation on Twitter, it was over. It was like a boulder rolling downhill. There was no stopping it, bro. It was done. But I do agree with you, Ant. Thinking about it, they should have never put them together on TV.
You don't exactly. That's where
because you're asking.
Look at Bray and Adam. They're separate. They were together for that 1 week, and that was it. They're never together at any other point during Dynamite.
Which, listen, I think in a different circumstance, having them on TV is great. They have incredible chemistry. Obviously, they're a real life couple, and I think they're very entertaining on camera. They're very entertaining in the vlog. They're just bringing it on camera. I love it. But like Ant says, there's this animosity and this hatred for them that is completely uncalled for, and I don't want it to derail a push that Ty Conti could be getting, because Sammy Guevara is already a 2-time TNT champion, right? Second 2-time champion in the company.
Who is the first?
Cody.
Who?
Right? But like, I don't want this to derail Ty, because I think that she is poised to have a huge run this year. And I want to see Ty versus Paige Van Zandt. Paige Van Zandt's working very hard to make this debut. It's probably going to be a double or nothing.
She's going to be a fucking killer, bro. Wow.
Yes, she is.
Van Zandt's going to be a killer.
So we'll see. But let's move on to Julia Hart.
Yes.
We're running out of loaded time here.
Julia Hart.
So Shida and Julia Hart have a match. Great
I'm
match.
more interested in Sheeta's face paint than Julia Hart's face paint growing.
Well, Owen on it.
It's dope.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But Julia Hart had the makeup. You can see it under the eye patch.
Go.
She kicks out Varsity Blondes.
Let's go.
And I understand.
It's taking time. Let it freaking build.
Let it build. I know. I know. It's been a long time.
House to fucking build, bro.
Yeah. I know.
There's another company you can watch where they blow shit in 1 week. Go watch it over there. This is a long build.
Oh my God.
This is a long build about a story that nobody cares about right now because I'd rather see the House of Black.
The payoff will be better. Just wait.
Julia Hart's not. Is Julia Hart bringing fucking Charlotte Flair or Ember Moon or someone better than her in the ring? Because if it isn't, it's just her joining the House of Black. Then who cares?
I do.
I'm just saying, like you're building it up like it's the fucking next coming of Jesus.
Not really.
It's Julia Hart. Like I get it takes time, but people are like, why is she sitting? 1 week she just fucking sat on the steps for 15 minutes. Like she was in timeout. Something needs to happen. The Varsity Blondes thing, kicking him out, is a step. It's finally like, okay, she's doing something. But man, this has been going on for a while. Pac was still blind when this shit was going on.
I mean, Ant's not lying here.
Where the fuck is he? Did he miss his flight again, by the way? Where's he been?
He got stuck.
They rotate. They
gotta rotate their talent, man.
Yeah. They do. They gotta rotate it.
I think Julia Hart's good in the ring, right? I just think with something like this that people were invested in. Pillman was wearing the Venom shirt. You had people. You got to capitalize off it because now there's so many stories going on. Joe's here. Toni Storm's here. Jade's unbeatable. This is happening. You know, Hangman versus Punk's about to happen. This is not now. It's just an afterthought.
So Isaac in the chat saying, is Julia signed? Technically, no. She has not gotten her graphic. She's a part of those. I think she's a part of the second tier contract because she is on a lot of stuff. She's on Dark and Elevation a lot. And she's gotten a lot more TV matches than Ruby Soho has in the last few months. So she's definitely signed to something, but she does not have the graphic yet, which means she's not signed as a main roster talent.
You know what happened to one person they spit on? Went to WWE.
Oh, my God.
What if that's the game? Everyone who gets missed it ends up
in WWE.
That's where Pac's going. Pac's going to debut in Raw.
But Jackie, what did you think of Shida versus Julia as an actual match?
Okay. I'm always happy to see Shida. Shida always delivers on some really solid matches. I think it goes without saying that she is one of the unsung heroes of the women's division. She's been there since pretty much the beginning and has been a solid in-ring worker for them. So I'm always glad to see her back. I'm more glad for the fact that at the conclusion of that match, we had Serena Deeb with the attempted sneak attack, but Shida caught her. And it looks like we're going to continue this feud, which I'm a huge fan of. I'm always a fan of seeing more Serena Deeb because, hello, technical wrestling. And I'm curious to see how this is going to play into the Owen tournament.
It's got to be one of the matches.
I would say Sheeta's, Sheeta's already in. Deeb absolutely is going to. She has to be in. And if we get this match under the tournament, it's going to be great. I'm just happy for multiple women's storylines going on, and I want to see where this goes. As far as the Julia Hart thing, my personal opinion is it happened in the beginning of December last year. I would have expected a little more movement. I'm willing to be patient only because there's so much other stuff going on to kind of keep me entertained in the meantime, and I'm willing to be shocked and surprised when they finally, pop off on it whenever they decide to do it.
One thing, you've been my friend for a year now. Phil's known me for 6 years, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not patient. I don't have that kind of patience. And I get what you're saying, Kyle. There is another company that blows off storyline. I like a build, but my thing is they waited too long, and now it just
I say wait for the payoff and then tell me at that time if you feel the same way.
Yeah, I mean, I will, but I just think it just has shifted. Now I'm more interested in what Sheeta was doing than what Julia Hart was doing. I'm just being honest.
I think we're gonna get the fact that they have face paint now on her, like physical face paint. It's not just her
we're slowly
being a spoiled
there.
brat. We're gonna get there soon enough.
Sheeta and Deeb, though, and I'm going to piggyback off Jacky. I had a great pun during that I'm not going to repeat here. I had Jacky pop, I think, louder than I've ever had her pop before. But Sheeta and Deeb is another one of those matches, right? With, like I just said, with Ty and Paige Van Zandt and with Toni and Jamie. If you're building these stories and they're going to be involved in the Owen tournament, that is fucking money, and I love that Tony Khan's doing that because everything now has a backstory. Everything now has a video package. Everything now feels big. It feels even bigger to win this tournament because it's a culmination of like 3 or 4 different feuds, like ending and some starting. So I like the match last night. Sheeta's the right pick, obviously. I think Sheeta's going to go pretty far in the tournament unless she fights Deeb first because Deeb has her number.
So I want to say one thing to address the chat. The chat's wilding out right now. So Fangy, specifically, we're not starting this Paige Van Zandt hate before she even gets in the ring. I understand your point. She did not win in UFC. She did not win when she fought bare knuckle. But that does not mean she's not going to be a good pro wrestler. She has charisma. She has charisma. She has star power. She was on Dancing with the Stars. She's done book tours. She's done a bunch of things. There's a reason why people know who Paige Van Zandt is, even though she has not been that successful in MMA. Because if we're going there, Shayna Baszler was not that successful towards the end of her career either, and Shayna Baszler was the fucking best in NXT. All right, so we're not doing that now. Yeah. Give Paige a shot. I understand it's not going to be. It doesn't matter what you did somewhere else. It's what you do here, right?
So
it's
I'm sure there's receipts online too, but I my favorite wrestler, someone we all idolize, right? Guess what he did? He went to MMA and got his shit pushed in twice. All right.
Yeah.
So
it's a different sport. Give it time.
It's a different game.
And Paige has been money so far in her promos. That's what it is. Sell the match in the promo. Do a decent job to get over. That's all they wanted to do.
That's almost 3/4 of pro. It's almost like half of being a pro wrestler.
That's how it is. A way I want to end the show. So we saw Sean Spears versus
why do we have to talk
Sean
about
Dean? No, this is not what I'm talking about. Sean Dean wins because Wardlow comes back. And the one thing that I want to talk about from all of you guys, I want all your opinions. Those poor security guards, local wrestlers. That one guy,
Mike Quest, got thrown into the fucking locker 7 times.
No, and that one guy that popped you, that his face was like against the gate. He was like
just leaning up. Against
he didn't even take the full bump. He was just like facing.
You die in Dead by Daylight and your body's like stuck somewhere. Or Phasmophobia. That's the game. I was like Phasmophobia when you're like stuck in a door. I'm like, what the fuck? What happened to that?
Why did he chose to do that when the camera came into the room? Why couldn't he just lie on the ground like the other two?
Maybe he didn't get down fast enough.
Yeah. He was like, shit, I'm stuck like this. Working and shooting. The Warlock, what just happened, bro? But a little preview for Rampage this week. We have Bryan Danielson versus Trent and Jon Moxley versus Wheeler Yuta, who, according to Twitter, those 2 matches are exceptional. So please make sure you watch those matches on Rampage. Also, we have Swerve versus QT Marshall. For some reason, let's go Swerve. He was at the Grammys. He was out here stunting, looking like an absolute star. And then we have Willow Nightingale. Shout out to Willow Nightingale.
Let's go. Ring of Honor, baby.
Versus Red Velvet and another qualifier for the Owen Hart.
Oh, Willow Nightingale. Nice.
Yeah.
Last night, Kyle said it. I said it because we're all delayed. And like 5 minutes later, Phil's like, "Oh, Willow Nightingale, nice."
Yeah, so make sure you guys catch Rampage because it looks like it's going to be an incredible show. Yeah, so that's the end of the show. We're going long here.
Oh, Rainland, you going live?
Who?
That's Rainland Chat. She's from the Heels community. She says, "I can't wait to see Rampage live next." Are you gonna be there live? That's cool. Because you're getting a world title. You're getting a world title match next week.
Or is she talking about the show being live? Or are you going to be there
on
live?
The 15th.
Both are live, so we're live, pal.
Yeah, we're live, pal.
Yeah, they're going live. Wow.
Yo, you and Blinder have the fucking best time.
You're going to see a Texas death match for the world title. Like,
yep.
There's nothing else better you're going to see.
Yep.
Right.
Well, thank you everybody for listening. If you guys want to follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, it's at Elite POV. If you guys want to follow us on TikTok, it's at Elite POV Clips. Jacky, let everybody know where they can follow you.
You can follow me on Twitter at LoveYouMake24, and you can follow me on Instagram at JacksTheDrawPOV.
And Ant, let them know what you guys got going on this weekend with AWF.
Hey.
So it's an AWF weekend. Kyle and I worked really hard. We did a Road 2 today, which came out phenomenal.
That was awesome.
Came out fucking phenomenal.
If you guys haven't seen it, go watch it.
Yeah, go to the Alliance Wrestling Fed YouTube
I retweeted
channel.
it with I retweeted the Kyle Masters account on Elite POV's Twitter. If you guys scroll down, I talked about how much work me and Ant put into it. There's a link in that tweet that you guys can click to go watch it. We did like a AEW Road 2 video about our E-Federation. It was so hype. It'll get you so hype, even if you know nothing about our E-Fed.
No, I put another video together tonight for another one of the events. If you guys are in our chat and you're part of the Elite POV community, don't even ask us. Just tell us you want a character. We'll make you guys because you guys support us here. Mm-hmm. So, of course, we know you're good people. But Saturday at 7 p.m., we have AWF in your house, which is going to be fucking amazing. There's 9 matches, Kyle?
Yep,
nine fantastic matches on the card.
1 buy-in, 8 match card.
And that's Saturday night at 7 on twitch.tv/Alliance Wrestling Fed. On Sunday, I go live at 7 p.m. for 6:30 for AWF Ambition. So we have a pay-per-view, a show on Sunday, and then Kyle has his show Breakout on Monday. So new storylines will be starting. And then we have a special announcement about our next event that we're doing. But it's really fun, guys. I didn't know I'd have so much fun doing it, but it's unreal. And pretty soon you'll see Phil on our YouTube channel as a part of AVPW as Clark Malarkey.
Yep, as Clark Malarkey, making his debut soon. Because Jacky,
Love
remember,
Clark.
Because your dad wants you to get a job because you're 37. Kyle, let them know where they can follow you.
You guys can follow me on Twitter at forgot my own Twitter name at All Elite Kyle. But make sure you're following the E-Federation as well. That's at twitter.com/AWF_EFed. We post everything that goes on in our E-Federation on there. Honestly, guys, it's so much fun. Like I tweeted out today, me and Ant put a lot of work into this thing, and it's so much fun to watch the payoff. The pay-per-view on Saturday is going to be really big, and there's going to be some announcements on that as well, guys. Come hang out on Saturday night. It's going to be awesome. Twitch.tv/Alliance Wrestling Fed. The pre-show will probably start at 6 or 6:30, but the main card will be at 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be an amazing night, guys. So thank you to everyone who supported. If you have a character in it, if you guys want a character, feel free. You can just DM myself or Ant, or you can DM the AWF Twitter account. We'll make your character because you're part of this community. So thank you guys for all your support.
If you want to be a manager, I see Isaac kind of making mention of it in the chat. Like, if you want to be a manager, you don't want to be a wrestler, let us know, right?
Yeah. They see the cool thing about managers. So, like, there's certain people that signed up. Like, we have Eclipse, who is a monster. She's 6'8". She's a beast, right? But whoever made her ain't here. But we love her character. So I'll announce it now. I'm making Isaac her manager. Maybe he cuts promos for her, like a Paul Heyman. Like, yeah. It'll be so much fun. It'll be so much fun.
It's a lot of fun, trust me, guys. And for anybody who is left over from that amazing raid that Heel brought us, as a reminder, I mentioned this in the top of the show. One of our own, Nate, is having troubles getting funds for a surgery that is very important to him. So go over to my Twitter page at @PhillyandPoppy. It is the pinned tweet to. Are you laughing?
I keep forgetting you changed your Twitter name.
Again.
Yeah. So go on to the pinned tweet. Make sure you support any way you can. And if you don't have the money, it's fine. Just retweet it.
A share goes a long way.
Yeah, a share goes a long way. Trust me, we definitely appreciate that. But thank you guys for listening to another episode of Elite.
Wait. Now give us your money for our Patreon page, patreon.com/ElitePOV, where you can get fantastic exclusive episodes of different podcasts like Nerdy Elite, Top Girl Talk, and the 10-second count. And that's patreon.com/ElitePOV. Check out our fabulous merch store, ElitePOVmerch.com. We got a lot of good merchandise on there. I'm Elite POV guy. I'm an Elite POV girl. Pop the boys. You don't need to have a coffee cup to have a coffee.
No. The boys.
Sorry,
Jacky, one last time before we get out of here.
Pop The boys.
Elite POV. And remember, you don't need to be Ant to pop the boys. Bye.